No. No.
She's very sick.
How do you know? That doesn't make sense. It just...
I know because she told me, Thomas. She didn't want to, but I got it out of her. I could just tell something was wrong. I wanted to help. She doesn't want to be a burden to anyone.
Oh, my God.
It hit me the same way. Like it can't be real.
Caroline?
Okay, just keep me updated, Rick. I need everything to come off without a hitch. Okay, bye.
Spencer Summit.
Yeah, Rick and Maya are en route to Monaco, so is Zendaya and Nicole.
When is everyone else leaving? Because I don't want to hold you up.
Oh, no, you're not. Where's Douglas?
He's playing patty cake with Pam. Or some version of it with ingredients that I have no idea about.
Yeah, that sounds about right. How are you doing? Everything with Thomas. I feel for you.
I mean, it could be a lot worse, that's for sure. Well, I really do have a lot to be thankful for. I am a mommy to the most amazing little boy, and I have my 2 moms, and everyone's healthy, and that should be enough. It would be enough if
you weren't still in love with my brother.
Not going to Monaco?
No, not the way things are with Dad right now. I need to have a face-to-face with him, clear the air.
Me too. I want to be here if he decides to come home.
I can take these to the dry cleaner for you if you'd like. I can drop them off today and pick them up tomorrow.
Yeah, sure, that'd be great.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
How are you at turning back the clock?
I wish that I could. Back to before things went so terribly wrong between us.
I was thinking more of my past with Quinn, back when I was blissfully unaware of her deception, and my sons.
Eric, would you really have not wanted to know?
No. What's the point of living a lie, really? Besides, everything would have come out in the end anyway.
I just wish I hadn't been put in a position to have to tell you.
You really believe that, don't you?
But you don't?
I know it isn't helping, but I keep texting him and I keep calling him, but he's not picking up. I think he turned his phone off. I just want him to talk to me.
Well, I wish he talked to anyone but Sheila. I don't want him confiding in her.
With as vulnerable as Eric is right now, God only knows what she's filling his head with.
Thomas and I would be together right now if I hadn't pushed him away.
You didn't push him away. You needed time to figure things out.
But look what it cost me and my son. I came back to LA to fix things. I didn't care if Sally was in the picture.
You know how I feel about Sally. I think she's totally wrong for Thomas.
I mean, you and I see that. Why isn't he?
Maybe he does. Maybe he's just not ready to admit it. You're everything Sally isn't and can never be to Thomas. We just have to make Thomas realize that. The sooner the better.
Caroline, she looks healthy. How could she possibly be dying?
It's a rare autoimmune disease.
How do you know? I mean, how could you possibly know? It doesn't make sense.
Do you think she hasn't seen every specialist possible?
Yeah, of course she has.
She was adamant that no one know. But given that you are Douglas's father, I felt that you had the right to know.
I don't think it really makes any difference now, Sheila. I know.
No, because I couldn't stand the thought of them betraying you, Eric. Your own wife and son? Oh my God, I'm still so angry when I think of how they deceived you.
Look, they said they were on the verge of telling me anyway.
Yeah, when? They could have done that at any time. They could have done that after their first kiss, their first indiscretion. They could have come to you, or any time after that. But no, they continued with their affair.
There were kisses. But does that qualify as an affair?
I don't know, I think a emotional affair can be just as powerful as a physical one. I don't tell you these things because I'm trying to hurt you. I just think it's important that you see Quinn and Ridge for who they really are.
What about you, Sheila? Who are you? Really?
I should let you get back to it. I'm sure you have a million things to do before you catch your flight.
More like 1,000,001. But you and Douglas take priority.
You're sweet.
Hey, family's everything. Children are everything. And my nephew should be able to count on his father. I know firsthand what it was like to not have both parents in the picture, and I do not want that for Douglas.
Well, I'm not giving up. And with you rooting for us and Uncle Bill doing what he can, hopefully we can just get our little family back together.
Is that what this was about? Is that what this was about when you showed up to Spectra, trying to convince me to get back together with Caroline? Is that what this is? You knew she was dying. And I get it, that you didn't want to betray her confidence, but why did you try to strong-arm me into leaving Sally and Spectra? I know you wanted me to return to my family with Caroline and Douglas. Is that what it is?
You never should have thrown in with those yahoos in the first place. Then you would have had time to be in New York with Caroline and your son. You can never get that time back, now that Caroline is dying. But you can't take a look at your life, Thomas, and realize that your only obligation is to your little boy and your son's mother, a woman who is living on borrowed time.
How much time does Caroline have?
I'm not sure. But I am sure of this. Your only responsibility should be to Caroline and Douglas, making happy, lasting, loving memories that your son will have long after his mother is gone. You can do that for Caroline and Douglas, Thomas. Only you.
You know who I am, Eric. I'm the woman I want to be for you. I know that I'm not worthy, but I have worked so hard at turning my life around.
Sheila, I applaud you for that. I really do. Especially given the way things have gone since you came back. We accused you of shooting at Quinn. We put you behind bars, even though it was Deacon in the end. I mean, at that point, you could have said, to hell with the Forresters. But you came to me with the truth about what was going on with my wife and Ridge. I'm grateful for that. You take a bullet for my granddaughter and you stand up for her. That speaks volumes about our friendship. Look, I'm sorry. But too much has happened in our past for us to have anything like we had before. That's just not going to happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just glad to hear you call me a friend. That means the world to me. Like, I can stay if you want me to, or I can leave if you don't.
I don't know what I want. I just don't know.
Listen, even if Sheila were pulling the strings...
She is pulling the strings. She came here to get his medication. She has a key to the house. She's the only person who knows where he is, and she isn't saying.
Because Dad told her not to.
I should have followed her.
If you found him, he would run.
So this horrible woman, his ex-wife, is now his confidant? No. This isn't good, Ridge. This isn't good at all.
We're pulling for you. Even your uncle.
What?
It's just that Bill's used to getting what he wants, and I just don't want him bullying my brother, that's all.
I don't want that either. I mean, Thomas has to want to come back to us. I mean, otherwise it doesn't work. And I'm sure my uncle understands that. Doesn't he?
If you're feeling guilty about all the missed opportunities with Caroline and Douglas, I don't want to rub salt in the wound. But you should. They're your family, and you abandoned them.
That's not true.
Really? You think that video chatting with your son makes up for not being there?
Damn it, Bill. I wanted a family with Caroline. I wanted that, but it was too soon for her. That's why she left me for New York.
Wow, so you're putting all this on Caroline?
No, I'm not putting any of this on her. She is dying. This isn't helping. The mother of my child is dying. The woman who I
Still love?
Yes, I still love her.
Then you know what you have to do. You have to be there for Caroline and Douglas. You have to be the husband and father you should have been all along.
Oh, man. You're right. You're right. I have to be there for Caroline and Douglas.
You got sucked in by that redhead who played you like a violin. Can I share something with you, Thomas? My greatest regret? Actually, there are two. I wasn't there for my adult sons when they were growing up. I missed out on so much with them. I mean, sure, they had their mothers. But soon, way too soon, Douglas isn't going to have his. So every day he has with her, every day he has with the three of you as a family is precious. Caroline's specialists are all in New York. She has to be there. And you have to be there for Caroline and Douglas.
New York.
As soon as possible. Hey!
You see me right away?
Yeah, come on in. Where's Douglas?
Oh, Allison and Amy are fighting over who's gonna read him a story. So what's up?
You asked me for some help, right? To give Tommy Boy a much-needed push in your direction. So, I admit, it was a head-scratcher, even for me. You know, the strong-arm tactic didn't work. But then it occurred to me. A way to reel Thomas in without him having any idea what was happening.
I'm like almost afraid to ask.
I'll spare you the details. All you need to know is this. When you head back to New York, Thomas Forrester will be going with you. With you and Douglas. And not just for a visit, to stay. I guarantee it.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Well, you might say it's a heart attack. Give your Uncle Bill a hug.
Oh. Ugh. How'd you do it?
Simple. I told him you were dying. It's Caroline. She's dying, Thomas.
Look, at least you have time to figure out what and who you want without the pressure of your family. As long as Steffi and Liam, they don't give up your secret and go to Quinn and Ridge with your whereabouts. They wouldn't do that, would they?
Quinn is starting to fall apart. If we don't find Dad soon,
Where is she?
I told her to go upstairs, get some rest, but she's probably texting him, waiting by the phone. She hasn't slept since he disappeared.
What about you?
I'm okay.
No, you're not. You haven't eaten and slept in days.
Well, I will eat and sleep when I find my father. Right now, it's important to stay hydrated.
I've seen Granddad.
You've seen him where? At the office?
No, I know where he's staying.
You found him?
Liam found him. He tracked him down with his...
Okay,
his,
when did this happen?
a few days ago.
And you're telling me now?
Granddad doesn't want you to know where he is.
Well, I need to know where he is. Is he with Sheila?
Yeah, he's with Sheila.